Hey, let's walk and talk. I haven't posted a video in a while, but I have a big one coming about my 72-hour survival challenge out in the woods. I just have not sat down to edit it because there's so much that I filmed. But I wanted to get a video out to you, so today let's talk about a really good survival plant called Purslane. Purslane is a weed. Well, it depends on who you ask. Some people plant purslane in their gardens, like me. This is purslane, and for some people it's a weed and they will try very hard to get rid of it. Purslane is a really good plant to grow. It's no trouble at all. You don't have to water it too often. In fact, you don't have to water it at all, and wild purslane takes care of itself. It tastes pretty good. Let's see, you can get the leaf here. I ate one of these this morning, and this one should taste different from the morning. They taste different from morning to night, I think, especially in drought conditions. It has they have a special way of photosynthesizing. I can't think of the name of it, but the leaf is sort of a teardrop shape, and it's sort of a thicker, fleshy leaf. Oh yeah, I like the afternoon leaves better than the morning leaves. Morning was fine, afternoon is better. Let's identify this stuff. Okay, I've got a few of these growing in here, if you can see them in there. And some people will grow these for the blooms. Now I'll come back out in the morning to show you. This is where a bloom was. Mine have sort of a reddish violet color bloom. But I'll show you that in the morning. There. Look at these pretty blossoms. Look at that. They have green, sort of a thicker leaf, kind of a succulent feel. And the stems are a little almost reddish, a little reddish or purplish down here. Out towards the ends they can be more green, but that's how you identify it. Purslane grows in a rosette out from the middle, from one central root. It might grow up a little bit, but mostly it's just an outward growth. Get out of here. There's a look-alike plant called spurge, and I don't have a good example of it here, but you don't eat spurge. I don't think you eat it. I think it's poisonous, but spurge has thinner stems, it has thinner leaves, and the best way to tell it apart is break the stem off, and if it's spurge it'll have white sap, and if it's purslane, nothing. In fact, that's sort of a general rule, and there are exceptions, but as a general rule, if it has white sap, just don't mess with it. I want to get another one of these. It's pretty good. The taste depends on when you get it, but it's something like a green bean cucumber taste. And let's go find another one while I talk. You can eat them raw like that. They're pretty good. You can put them on salads for sure. You can saute them. You can boil them in a little water. You can put them as a pizza topping. I think that one would be really good. Next time I make one of my, gluten-free pizzas, I might throw some purslane on it. Okay, I noticed this today. This is another purslane, and this one I didn't plant. I don't have a lot of this in my yard, at least not that I've seen, but I see it in town a lot. By the school, by the sidewalk, it'll be right by the edge, and I can't get any of that because it's all been sprayed with poison, because people don't want it, even though it's easy to grow and it's pretty and it has a flower and it is super nutritious. This is an excellent zombie survival food. If there's zombies out and you can't go and get a lot of food sources, this is one of the plants you want to know. I'm going to look up the vitamins again just to make sure that I'm right, but I think it's high in vitamin A and C. But one of the most amazing things about this plant, I mean, it's nutritive overall, but one of the main amazing things is it is super high in omega-3 fatty acids. This might be the richest plant source of omega-3s that there is. If it's not, it's definitely at the top. It is a really healthy plant, and being more succulent-ish, it's has a little bit of moisture in there with it. So I don't know how much moisture you would get, but it's the texture inside is a little bit slimy. It's not bad. It's not nearly like a prickly pear. but you may get a little moisture from eating it. Hey, you can eat the stems too, by the way. I kind of like the leaves just because they're pretty. But you can clip off or pinch off the stems and take them back in. And when you rinse them off, don't just wash them in the sink, but wash them in a bowl of water. And if you pick them at the right time after they've made seeds, there should be a bunch of little bitty seeds in that water. Then you can use that and sow them back out in your yard and have a bunch more purslane. I'm going to encourage these purslane plants to take over the yard. A weed for some, survival plant for me. I don't have my tripod now, so I'm not going to show you putting it on. Well, look, there's a leaf. Imagine that a bunch more times. Yeah, check that out. Add some red pepper flakes, some Parmesan. Okay, let's take a bite here. Hot. It's good. Anything not good in here is not the purslane. It's just my inability to make good pizza. That's good. Purslane.